came up with that name actually because Jacob is my middle name, and then I kind of wanted a name that was the same letter on the end, so we kind of played around with a few, and that was kind of my favourite one. My partner is Mr. D Voice, so he obviously is a much well established content creator, so we kind of started dabbling with like couple videos for a couple of his fans, like requesting stuff, doing sort of like private sales and stuff, and then it kind of snowballed from there. It's quite interesting when people ask that because I never really viewed him as that because we were friends for like a long time before that, and he was always kind of my friend that did that, so it didn't register as like, I didn't meet him as a porn star. He was kind of a friend, and we transitioned into a relationship, so it was quite a natural sort of flowy thing. So it never really, in my head, it was never a thing. The freedom to work for yourself, I think, and then kind of have your own hours, and also like connecting with lots of probably different people you would outside of a normal job. And also, I would say that it gives you a lot more freedom to explore yourself sexually and find more confidence in yourself, especially like, I mean, we all kind of look in the mirror, but seeing yourself on camera is really different in that world. So like, yeah, just kind of giving yourself more body positivity, I guess. Yeah. It's a lot longer in terms of the shoot, and obviously more directed, but I guess the essence of the work is still the same. I don't tend to really do scenarios. My preference is to sell sort of like an intimate boyfriend experience sort of between that person. So kind of selling how I would normally have sex rather than it being sort of a staged production. That's just my personal taste. So I kind of like to work with creators I have an initial attraction to in terms of if that's like physical or if that's like I like how their work is shot or their videography and their style, and that's kind of how I approach collaborations. As a top, actually, it's the same. It's probably missionary. Because I have a curved cock, missionary as a top feels better for the bottom, but then I also find it better as being a bottom because it's a deeper penetration and it makes me come more. Once we went to Geneva somewhere, not Geneva, just outside of Geneva, and we did a hike up to a church, and then we had a bit of like me and Mr. Deep Voice, and we had a bit of like a hidden enclave outside of the church where we hooked up, which was probably a bit sinful, but it was hot. Um, I think like if you go on my page, there's probably more sort of kink content than people would expect from sort of how I look, like because I'm quite chunky. I think people think it's more like plain and like athletic, but I'm into kind of like leather and latex as well, so I kind of dabble around with that. So I by minimum do like one collab a week, and then additional content if I have time to do it. So there's a mix of like threesomes, foursomes, couple swaps, like one-on-one collabs, solos, kind of everything really, and then hoping to sort of expand and trial new things as I kind of grow in confidence. Yeah, I'm quite like a tactile person. I've always had, I did fashion at uni, and I worked in the industry for 10 years, so it's obviously very material based. So I think some of it comes from that. I've always specialised in the sportswear field, so that's always quite like skin tight sort of design and sort of photography. So I think like especially with rubber, that's kind of one of the things I like is the sort of like the tightness on the body and the feel of the material and also the smell, which is also kind of the same with leather. It has a really distinct like sensory feel when you have sex in it. So that's kind of what gets me off. Yeah, so I only use X and Blue Sky for the naughty stuff. So it's just into Jacob on X with an underscore on the end, and then Blue Sky is the Blue Sky dot whatever it is prefix, and then just into Jacob. I would love to meet more of you. So yeah, if you ever see me out and about, feel free to come say hello.